Prince De Rola often gets mentioned in various Rolling Stones biographies as a mysterious young aristocrat who got busted with Brian Jones. Apart from the fact that he and Brian were close friends, little is known about him. A fascinating figure in the 1960s as an actor both in Europe and Hollywood, musician, fashion trendsetter, lover of some of the most beautiful women of the time, and friends with a veritable who's who of pop icons. To this day, he remains a man of wealth and taste.
You have the longest hair I've seen on anybody. Do you have the world record, do you think, in Guinness?
No, absolutely not. But it's pretty long, isn't it?
Yeah, it's pretty long. It's 2 inches. It's 2 inches above the ground.
Right. And the what happened is my hair was started to be long from 64 onwards, but then in the second half of the 70s, about I think 78 or something, I had it sort of in a shaggy romantic type of mop.
Mm.
Then in the 80s, I started to get into this thing of having really short hair for a brief moment, much to my mother's considerable dismay.
Oh, really?
And then I started to grow it again around 87, around that time. And by 88, I had to have one of those women's. I had these things holding your hair back.
Yeah.
By 91, my hair was sort of down to here.
That's where mine is.
And here at the seat started to dreadlock. So it's been dreadlocking and growing in this amazing oscillation for the best part of, ever since.
Yeah.
And you see the history of it in its growth.
So that's from 88, you'd say?
No, the dreadlock itself dates back to 92.
Okay. And so I was thinking last night,
93 probably.
and so before we get off the hair, is there any special reason you're growing it so long? Are you trying to...
No, it just became, in India there is a sort of mystical Shaivite signification to, has a solar vibrational thing. And indeed, there are the growths, there are these strange striations which are like the oscillations of the rays of the sun, and with a pinch of salt, I always said it has a solar power type of connection, and it, if you were to cut it, I mean, dreadlocks cut are supposed to drain you of all energy. It's the famous Samson story.
So that's what I was going to ask you. Do you ever foresee a day that you would cut it or no?
No way.
In a matter of time, it's going to start dragging on the ground. You're going to have to trim the end.
No, you don't trim. You just make knots. More knots, more. And a lot of the time I wear it as a kind of turban around my head. It does, the longer it gets, the more fanciful things you can do with it.
No, I like it.
It's a lot of fun, and the women are just
Yeah, I know. I would...
crazy about it.
What is there something that, a perception that people have about you that is completely untrue, or something that you'd like them to know about you?
On the contrary, I enjoy I've basked in this voluntary diffusion, which is, brings us back to this thing that I was talking to you last night about, which is that I've been charged erroneously with seducing women with a display of esoteric knowledge, which is exactly the very thing that I have never done, because it bores me stiff to talk to the uninitiated about matters that they have no possibility of comprehending. Therefore, to try and seduce a woman by boring her to tears would be quite counterproductive.
So for all the guys that are be watching this, what's the key to seducing?
That's what you know who Mal Evans was?
Yeah, the man, not manager, the road manager for the Beatles.
He said to me, "Josh, what is the secret of your animal magnetism?" He said.
So what is it?
Who knows?